Here is a simple guide on how to perfectly set cue point for your DJ mixes, especially when you just downloaded the tracks newly or irrespective of whether they are on the cloud or whatsoever. After getting the tracks of your choice, just like what you are seeing here, you first need to analyze them by right-clicking on it one after the other and then click on Analyze for BPM or whatsoever information that you want. The next thing you do is you are going to be dragging them one after the other into the deck of your choice, either deck 1 or deck 2, and then you have to set the cue point. The reason is this: if you miss the cue point aspect by not setting it properly, you are going to be having problem with latency, and this problem of latency is going to affect your DJ mixes, your transitioning, your starting of the songs, and a host of other, even your scratches. So this is why this video remains very important as a basic foundation for anyone who is interested in becoming a DJ. Not just a DJ, but have a very perfect transitioning and DJ mixes that you want, just as you can clearly see me do in this particular channel. The mapping is already taken care of in this case. That is why you don't need to waste so much time struggling with mapping. This is where the real work starts, because you have so much to do. Then by the time you get this done, loading the track on the deck, first I always advise you switch your deck, go to this particular point that says scratch, select it so that you can clearly see the wave. You can clearly see the wave as you are seeing here. At this point you can see there is a very big gap between our beginning of the track and this. You either drag it with your hand by placing your hand on the mouse, as you can see me do here on this particular keyboard part, or you can use the keyboard key. If you are using my mapping, you just tap on the arrow key. You can see this particular button. You will see how the wave is going forward or backward. So at this point, you push it to the tip. Make sure it's at the right tip where you can see this small dot line here. Then you will now do control 1. At this point, your cue point is perfectly made. Then you get to do this for all the tracks one after the other. Let's go to the second track too. We'll go to do the same thing and then set. Now that our cue point is perfectly set at the tip. Then the next thing you do is, when you are starting the song, you need to master how to count the beat, and when you are counting the beat, you need to make it part of you. This is going to be another part of your life that you have to master, which is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So you can actually see that we got this perfectly done, and the device is also counting. Yes, there's a metronome at the background that is doing the counting, just the way you see me do now, and you will notice it with the movement of this particular blue line here. You can see 1 2 3 4. In case you don't know how to count the song, just take note of how this blue line is moving, or depending on the track that is playing. In this case, we have the blue line, which is for this deck A, and then the red line, which is for the deck B. You can see the movement. The moment we start, you get to see the connectivity between this and this. We are going to beat match now. We are going to start this other deck on it. You get to see how the counting will make everything perfect. So now that we have set up everything, this cue point for the two tracks, we are going to play this track, and then we'll transition from this track to this other track. Just watch how I'm going to be doing it by taking note of the movement of my finger. I'm using this caps lock to be switching between the two decks. So let's get started. 1 1 2 3 4 1 2. So you can see how everything went smoothly. I just switched from the first deck to the second deck smoothly.